Fob is one. Key fob is one. What can be, let's say, another way? What will be the another way keeps little car into your car? It's how we still at home.
Still at home? I know where I live, in the village where I live, in Longtor, I know that there was a carjacking. It was late at night and the lady wasn't paying attention and the thieves dragged her out of the car.
Yeah, so that's all with force. That's with force, with gunpoint, with force. Somebody can take you out of the car and drive away. Recently, when I was in Canada, and also here, I was told like a particular model, I will not mention it. The car thieves know that this particular sedan model, and it's a luxury car. Most of us, we feel if it's a luxury car, it is not prone to stealing. But then I was told this particular luxury model sedan, which goes up off of like $100,000, there is a particular vulnerable spot, and the front, left or right headlight. So as I said, let's not mention the name and model, but we all know it's a luxury car. And so what? Tell me something more about that.
With something like that, there's one counter, but nothing's ever 100%. You can have a steering wheel lock or a brake lock put onto inside your car, which will slow up the sleep of the thieves.
Okay.
So, but as I said, that might slow them up for maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
So this is basically manufacturer's vulnerability.
Correct.
It's manufacturer's thing. Maybe manufacturer needs to correct it at their end, right?
Correct.
What would be another way? What is another way? Just like
For thieves, let's suppose you're at a shopping mall.
okay.
And a lot of times I see people walking around not paying attention, playing with the cell phone, texting, and they're not paying attention. And you're walking towards your car, and they notice that you have your key out, and they hit you over the head, and they take your key and they drive.
That's another way. Again, we discussed that. That's a forcible way, right? That's a forcible way. But can there be? I also sometime back there was a scenario like key fobs. They make a sound when you unlock your car. So there was a discussion, and I believe it was demonstrated like you are far away, your phone is on, and if the car makes a sound, it can unlock from a remote distance. Can you discuss that?
Well, for the cell phones, I know a few of the models you can operate just strictly off the cell phone.
Okay.
I know the Teslas do, and I believe the BMWs do.
Okay. Again, this can happen with any car: BMW, Tesla, Lexus, Toyota, GM, Ford. All these manufacturers and their cars are vulnerable. We are not typically taking any one name, even Volkswagen, Audi, and others as well. So some of them can be hacked via phone as well.
It's going to be a lot more difficult to hack into somebody's cell phone.
Sure. And last time we were talking, I know I kept the best for the last. You were telling me there's a very famous brand of electric vehicles, which could have, maybe it's an anomaly on part of manufacturer, but it opened with another car's.
Yes, that's the Tesla.
So we can go on record.
Yes.
Do you have a video of proving that?
I have a couple of videos of that where I'm able to get into the wrong Tesla car. The car won't start, but if the person has valuables in the Tesla car, they can steal a lot of things from the car.
And then there was another scenario John was telling me, how also at the same time when our car could be stolen, but also our personal life could be in danger. When you mentioned like we should not park next to, or we should be very careful actually. Let's not typecast any particular vehicle. You said we should be maybe very careful in parking next to a big vehicle.
A big vehicle that's a van that has sliding doors, like especially for like women or doesn't matter with men. Like if you're a wealthy person, somebody might want to drag you into the vehicle, the van, and hold your ransom or take your car or whatever.
Sure. So let's say your car is parked at a particular spot, and there is the next big van with sliding doors. So it could be in addition to car theft, it could also be personal life in danger as well, when someone could be abducted as well.
Or human trafficking.
Yes, human trafficking. But that's not a part of our discussion.
Right.
Another thing we were discussing, like you have been in touch with many officials, whom you have given copies of your auto theft busters. Tell me something about that, and what was the response, and what you are looking in your future plans involve, like giving education to insurance companies, law enforcement, and civil elected and appointed officials about what can they do to bring down the auto theft rates in their constituencies.
I dealt with some of the local police departments. I'm not going to say which ones, but because I'm for profit, in a roundabout way, they did not want to deal with me because I'm out for money.
Okay.
And because if I would be for not-for-profit, 501c, they would deal with me. So I have to be creative with what I do.
That's the modality, like that's your personal business. It's a non-profit or for-profit. What we are talking here is there's a need for law enforcement officials and civic officials to see how people like John, author and a speaker and a motivator, and very active in the field of personal safety, vehicle safety, and many other type of security concerns, how they can engage professionals like John in their constituencies, protection, security, so that the things we take for granted in our lives, they are not taken in an instant from us, right?
Correct.
Other than that, auto theft busters, what else do you do?
Trying to start a business finance company, and for the last 15-16 years I've been valeting cars, so I know all about the high-end cars.
That's called American hustle. You have to hustle. Everybody has to hustle, right?
And my hobby is martial arts, so I blended 3 schools of thought together, being a theft examiner for a major insurance company, taking the passive mentality of martial arts, paying attention to your surroundings, and knowing all about the different cars.
That's great. So you have autotheftbuster.com. That's where someone can go and download your book, right?
Correct.
Or someone interested can go to Amazon and buy this book.
Just go off my website, autotheftbuster.com, and there'll be a link that hooks you up with Kindle/Amazon.
Is it $100 to buy your book?
$14.99 for the paperback, $4.50 for the ebook.
Ebook.
And it's in English and Spanish.
Wait, why not in Hindi?
I haven't thought about that yet.
Well, many other languages, because there is a high, as I said, there is a quite a lot of French. French word. So English, Spanish, and maybe upcoming in the other editions.
Maybe further down the line. I have to see the cost factor and the population that speak different languages, and what the racial is in different areas of the world.
So viewers, we discussed how many ways there are when our personal vehicle, where it's so as sacred as our home. It's as personal to us as our homes, where we have liberty to do everything we want in pursuit of our daily happiness and commute. And how in an instant that vehicle, that car or SUV can be taken away from us, and we will still be held responsible for our payments for some time, and how many hassles, how much stuff we take for granted to keep stuff away in our cars. And then suddenly, either out of carelessness or just a lapse of judgment, or by force, something so precious to us, something so personal to us, can be stolen from us, can be taken away from us. And there are very simple, easy solutions, simple steps that we can take to ensure this does not happen. And professionals like John They help make our cars secure so that we don't have to face the consequences of somebody taking our something so precious in our life. Thank you for watching American News Observer. I'm Sunny King, and today we have Jonathan Wyatt with us from Ottawa.